Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. We are talking about narcissists, and as I shared with you in our last video, the Jeep formula, how if you are compelled to stay in this relationship, because ultimately that is the solution for the race. The main thing is that the sooner you can get out of this relationship, the better it is for you. Leave this relationship as soon as possible. Because apart from that, your well being, your psychological state, your emotional well being, none of these can remain okay. The ultimate solution, you could say, is to get out of this relationship as soon as possible. Or ultimately, you somehow bring the narcissist, the person with narcissistic personality, to a point where they seek help and then try to improve themselves. Although the chances of this happening are very low, because narcissists don't see themselves as wrong and they rarely seek help. That's exactly what I'm saying, that people just don't come. But people do come, absolutely. Even people with narcissistic personalities try to move towards improvement, but it is extremely challenging and difficult. So if you want to stay in your relationship, then use the deep formula for whatever is happening in that relationship. And we remember the deep formula: don't defend, don't engage, don't explain, and don't personalize. Deep means deep. This is the same one where we say deep, which means deep. So don't defend, don't engage, don't explain, and don't personalize. These are the four things you need to do to live with a narcissist. In today's video, we will talk about what it is that narcissistic personalities especially focus on, what they try to get from others, and what we call psychological face work. Always remember that people with narcissistic personalities are constantly trying to find your psychological password. Their aim is to somehow get hold of your psychological passwords, and to discover those psychological passwords, they act very sweet and loving with you. They try to engage with you a lot, have open discussions with you, start asking you many things about your family, and begin to inquire about your career goals, about you. They want to get as much information as possible so that they can reach your psychological password, the one they can use. Now, why am I calling this your psychological password and saying that you should never give it to any skeptic? There may be many people who have been very supportive of your flaws and weaknesses, and there are also many people who, regarding these flaws and weaknesses of yours, or your dreams that you want to achieve in your life, sometimes it's possible that they might use those against you. So be very careful about whether you should give someone your psychological passwords or not. And initially, it should not happen that you immediately share with someone your flaws, the dark holes in your personality, or your bad memory. There are some emotional times when you felt really broken down, so you shouldn't share those things either, at least not in the initial meetings. This is a very strong recommendation I'm giving you. So now what basically happens is that people with narcissistic personalities, in your first meeting, they will talk to you in such a way, like, for example, what is the most painful time you had in your life and you felt like you might not recover from it again, and things like that. They'll ask, is there any moment where you felt really helpless or perhaps powerless? So what happens is they keep asking you all these things, and because you're in that initial honeymoon phase of the relationship, you end up sharing everything with them. Whenever the time comes, when you have a fight, when you get into an argument, whenever there's a disagreement or a conflict of any kind, the person with a narcissistic personality will always, without fail, use those very things you shared with them during your good moments, or the things you confided in them while thinking of them as your emotional support against you. They ask you for your psychological passwords, your innermost secrets and vulnerabilities, precisely so they can exploit you with them later on, often in ways you might not even anticipate. That's why, as I mentioned before, it's extremely important that you don't share your past, especially if there's any bad patch, any difficult or painful experience in it. Don't share that information. And also, don't share your future plans, your hopes, your dreams, or your aspirations with them either, because they may use those against you as well. Why? Because when you share your future plans with them, they cannot accept it. They simply can't accept that you are becoming a stronger person than them, that you are doing better than them, that you might achieve some success, or that you are about to accomplish something in your life. They will always throw these kinds of loose-ended, open-ended statements at you, ones that will keep you thinking and your mind occupied with them. Like you'll wonder what just happened. For example, they'll say, so is this a good opportunity? This is fine, but can you do that? You really think you can do this or that you'll be able to pull it off? These kinds of self-doubts, they instill them inside you so that when you try to take an initiative, like trying for a new job, starting a new project, or taking any new step, you won't be able to do it. Because if you do, you'll become stronger. And once you become strong, it's possible that the importance that narcissist holds in your life may not remain the same. That's how they attack your personal well-being, and they fill you with doubts. They use your psychological triggers to insult you, to degrade you, to induce feelings of inferiority in you. And then they will use these things, these various tactics and strategies to prevent you from achieving your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Whenever you are dealing with a narcissistic personality, a person who exhibits narcissistic traits or behaviors, you have to love that, you have to accept that reality, but you also have to be very, very, very careful, extremely cautious and vigilant that your psychological passwords, which I have already told you about in detail, could be your backpack of life, a bad habit, some form of abuse, a failure, an unfulfilled dream, your goal, or even your future goals that you want to achieve in your upcoming life, the life that lies ahead of you. These psychological passwords are the things that make you vulnerable, and it is important to recognize them and protect them as you move forward. Don't share all these things with that person. Repeat this to yourself. I'm not saying that you shouldn't share with anyone at all. I'm specifically talking about narcissistic personalities, which we've already learned about in 1 or 2 videos, what a narcissistic personality is like. So don't share with them, because by keeping your thoughts and achievements private, you make sure they don't even get the opportunity to hurt your ego. This way, you protect yourself from giving them any chance to say or do something that could damage your confidence just to celebrate or satisfy their own ego. So keep a check on yourself. Are you by any chance giving any of your psychological vulnerabilities to a narcissist? Or is the other person trying to make you completely open up to them? Have they found those points where they can exploit you? I hope this video will help you manage your relationships. If you are living your life with a narcissist, whether or not you subscribe to our channel here, do make sure to watch the entire video and let us know your thoughts on how helpful this information was for you. Take good care of yourself. We'll meet again soon. With a new topic on another day, God willing, we'll see each other again.